This is the Clinical Trials BC Symposium 2023, and our theme this year is Approaches for Accessible Clinical Trials. We have many people with us here today in the auditorium here at UBC, but we also have a number of people with us at remote hubs in Prince George, Kelowna, and Victoria, BC, and a lot of other people joining us online. So we're broaching about 450 people. A few housekeeping items. First of all, for those of you that are moving around during the day, the washrooms are out the north door, where I'm pointing, stage right from your view. And there will be a help desk at that corner. If you have any questions or concerns or worries or about you or somebody else you're sitting beside, you can go to that desk and you will find help, including the first aid station. There will be a photographer. Where is Raymond? Hi, Raymond. And Raymond will be circulating around the room throughout the day, and he'll be taking shots. If you don't want to be included in a photo, don't jump in front of the camera, but rather see the reception desk for an identifier. We have a lineup of 4 forums, 4 presentations, and 3 social breaks. And I'll be cueing you into all of these as we go along throughout the day. I'd at this time like to acknowledge that we are on the peninsula, a beautiful peninsula that is here in the University of British Columbia, but it's really just west to the Salish Sea. And it's crescented by some beautiful coastal mountains. And this is the unceded ancestral lands of the Musqueam Nation. We acknowledge that many of us in attendance today have traveled from very far parts of British Columbia and Canada and even the US. And we have many ancestral lands that we come from, and we'd like to thank them all for our hospitality. It's now my great pleasure to introduce you to a group that will be opening the program. They are here to welcome you from many nations throughout the coastal Salish territory, and they're going to be sharing a song with you. Please welcome Tsatsu, Stalqayu, Coastal Wolfpack.
everyone. It's an honor for me and my family, Tsatsu, Stalqayu, to be here with you today to start your wonderful event off in a wonderful, good way, and also to welcome you to the unceded territory of the Musqueam people, to share a little bit more of who we are as the indigenous people of this area. Our current village, Musqueam, is located not too far from here, just below Southwest Marine Drive and Crown Street, Dunbar Street, just right by the river. And you know, when we hear visitors coming into our territory, we used to meet and greet our visitors at the mouth of the river to welcome them here, because they would be traveling by dugout canoes, our friends and relatives from the island, you know, upriver, family from down what is called United States of America today, and up in the Howe Sound, our friends and relatives from that up that way. And also, you know, our territory, our unceded territory, is known as the Greater Vancouver area today, as far as Port Moody, Coquitlam, Surrey, Delta, all the way west here to UBC, Richmond, Tawasin, and as far as Horseshoe Bay on the North Shore Mountains. And we had at least 30 villages throughout the area, using those villages for different resources. And we actually had a village here, it's called Museum of Anthropology today. We used to have a camp there, and our warriors in training would be camped there and keeping an eye on the water of a friend or foe coming in. And once they would find out who's coming into our territory, they would meet or run into all the villages and let the people know, you know, get ready to do a welcome or get ready to go in battle, you know. So it's, you know, so imagine running from Moa all the way to Port Moody to Coquitlam, have to be quick and fast to inform the people. And we had, you know, villages throughout this area also to share what we call Ayalmo, and everyone knows it as Jericho Beach, Lorcano Beach, Spanish Banks. We used to go there and harvest the plants and berries to make our traditional medicines and herbal teas, you know, and harvest all of that to heal our body, heal our families, you know, bodies and the community. To go along with these words of welcome, want to share our welcome song. And the name of the song is called The Seven Sisters. And this song comes from our village called Swipe. Everyone knows that. It's Lumberman's Arch in Stanley Park today. And we used to go there and harvest the clams and the shellfish from that area. But the Seven Sisters all passed away unfortunate deaths, and they were reincarnated as old growth cedar trees and placed in that village called Swipe. And they were placed in a circle like they were holding hands. And, you know, they were no longer here to be here as human beings, but you see how important the cedar tree is to us indigenous people of this area. Transportation, shelter, tools to go gather those resources, clothing, you know, the natural oils in the cedar bark would make it waterproof. And we, our raincoats and reindeer, you know. So this is our Seven Sisters welcome song to welcome you here and to start off in a wonderful good way. Thanks, Cassie. Oh. behalf of the Musqueam people, descendants of Musqueam ancestors, welcome you here to our traditional unceded territory, which is known as the Greater Vancouver area. On behalf of my people, it's such an honor to be the voice in the movement, you know, for my family, you know, to be the voice of the movement for our elders, our ancestors, our community, you know, to be that voice to welcome everyone, because we've been welcoming people for a couple hundred years, you know. It's always an honor, you know, and every time I'm out here doing these welcomes and songs and dances, you know, I think give that thanks and respect and honor to the elders and ancestors, because if it wasn't for them, you know, holding on to our culture, holding on to our cultural practices, cultural ceremonies, you know, everything that we do, me and my family wouldn't be here in front of you, you know, wearing our traditional regalia and sharing with you who we are as Indigenous people of this area. We'll share one more song with you, and this song is called the Eagle Honor Song. And this song, you know, we give thanks and honor to the eagle. You can see me and my son-in-law wearing what we call skates, and they're made out of eagle feathers. And we also, when we see the eagle flying, we say a prayer, and he brings that prayer up to Hales, the great transformer, and he, you know, grants that the prayer carrier to Hales, the great transformer. So this is the Eagle Honor Song to honor the eagle and give thanks to him for, again, the medicine that we have, you know, using his feathers for cultural ceremonies. Hi, Tsatsu. Before we paddle off, sing off again, share a little bit more of who we are. We, you know, all the villages throughout the area, using them for different resources. Another village that we call known as Bandy Park. There we go. It's Bandy Park by Gerard Street Bridge there. And the government granted our friends and relatives from Squamish Nation that are descendants of Musqueam ancestors. And we used to go to that village, Sanok, and to gather the hooligans and the herring from that area, you know. So, and of course, you know, along what is called the Fraser River today, our territory up to the U.S. Major, we used to have all about 6 to 10 different villages on each side of the river, and those were all the wonderful spots to go fishing, to gather the wonderful resource from the river there, the salmon, and all the salmon that, you know, right from the springtime to fall, fishing all the different species of salmon. Yeah, so that's a little bit more of who we are as Musqueam people. descendants of Musqueam ancestors. And, you know, also we're my family, Tsatsu, Stalqayu, you know, we're based and located here. There's about 15 of us that are Musqueam, but we also have representatives from different nations, Tsartlik, Penalakit, Nanaimo, Squamish, Solo Nation, you know, just to name a few nations that we represent. So it's always an honor for all of us to be the voice of the movement for our family, our communities, and sharing who we are as Mestizo, people of the land. So enjoy your time here. Safe travels back home to your family and loved ones. And we'll be exiting with the paddle song once again. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much to Tsatsu Stalqayu. I hope you all feel very welcomed on this beautiful land of the Musqueam Nation.